Welcome y'all to Robyn on the Farm. Today I'm sharing with you the easiest bread machine recipe. This is a perfect first loaf for beginners because it's practically fail-proof. I feel confident saying that because 22 years ago when I was learning how to use my bread machine, this was the first recipe that I ever had success with. So I love this recipe and I have been making it all these years and it's still one of my favorites. So let me show you how to make this. It's super simple, it's super yummy, and like I said, it is great for beginners. So let's just get started. To make this really easy beginner bread machine recipe, I'm gonna use my Zojireshi bread machine, but you can use any bread machine. I'm gonna make a 1.5 size loaf today, but I'm also gonna leave you the recipe for a 1 pound loaf and a 2 pound loaf down in the description. You can print it off and you can follow along and I'll just make it really easy for you. So when you're making bread in a bread machine, you're gonna pull out your bread machine loaf pan. You do wanna pull it out instead of just pouring everything into your loaf pan while it's in there in case you spill any around the sides. That can be a mess to clean up. So I recommend getting it out. Now, whenever you make a bread machine recipe, you put your liquids in first. So your waters or milks, followed by your flours and your other dry ingredients, followed by your yeast on top. So that's what we're gonna do today. It's a really simple process. Let's just get started on the recipe. I'm gonna start with 3/4 cup of warm water. Now, when you use warm water, that helps your yeast to activate. So it's important to use warm water, think warm bath water. So this is about 100 to 110 degrees, 3/4 cup of warm water. Just put it right on into your loaf pan. And next I want a 1/4 cup of warm milk. I just popped this in the microwave for about 20 seconds just to take the chill off. So a 1/4 cup of milk. And milk just makes your bread machine recipes so good. It helps your bread to be even fluffier and more enriched. So really yummy. So use milk. You can use a milk alternative. You can use skim milk. Mine is whole milk. I always use whole milk, but any kind of milk will work just fine. And next I want some butter. I'm using 3 tablespoons of melted butter, but you can also use 3 tablespoons of oil if you'd rather do that. Any kind of oil will work. I've used sunflower oil, coconut oil, olive oil, anything is great. But today I'm using 3 tablespoons of melted butter. I'm just gonna put this right on in there. This is my cool little Lodge cast iron melting pot. I make a lot of bread and I have to use butter a lot. And for so long, I was melting my butter in the microwave and making huge messes. My butter would explode if I left it in there a little bit too long. So I have this really cool melting pot. You just stick it on the stovetop and it melts your butter really quick. I love it. It's made a big difference in my life. Okay, so next I want some flour. You can use bread flour if you have it. Bread flour has a little bit higher protein content than all-purpose flour, but today I'm gonna use all-purpose flour. And probably if you're a beginner bread maker, you probably have all-purpose flour instead of bread flour. Now with bread flours, you might get a little bit higher rise, a little bit chewier texture out of your bread, but the all-purpose flour gives you really good soft bread too. So either one works. I recommend trying out both and seeing which one you like the best. Okay, so for this recipe, I want 2 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour. I'm just gonna put that right on in there in my bread machine loaf pan, right on top of the liquids. So 2 3/4 cups. Okay, let's put it right on in there. And next we want some sweetener. Now this sugar is gonna help our yeast to activate. Yeast feeds on sugar, so it really does help your bread. It helps your bread rise a little bit, but if you don't wanna add any sugars to your bread, you can get away without adding this. But you can use 2 tablespoons of sugar, or you can use 2 tablespoons of honey, or you can use 2 tablespoons of pure maple syrup. There's lots of different things you can do, but I'm gonna use 2 tablespoons of sugar. Let's put it right on in there on top of your flour. And our next ingredient is salt. You definitely need salt in your bread. If you forget the salt, it's gonna taste terrible. I have done that before and I'm like, what is wrong with my bread? It's because I forgot the salt. So you definitely need some salt. Now you can use plain old white iodized table salt for this. I really like this Redmond's Real Salt. It's a North American ancient fine sea salt. It's really cool. It's pink, it tastes good, it's great. It's great for baking. So I'm gonna use a heaping teaspoon of this Redmond's Real Salt. Now definitely pour it not over your bread machine loaf pan because you might over pour and then your bread is going to be super salty, and you already have all your ingredients in there, so that would be really sad. So I'm going to use 1 teaspoon of salt, any kind of salt you want. And our next ingredient is yeast. Now, you can use instant yeast, active dry yeast, bread machine yeast. There's lots of different kinds of yeast out there, and really they all work about the same. So sometimes I use instant yeast and sometimes I use active dry. Both totally great to use, totally fine, either one you want to use. But today I'm going to use my Red Star Active Dry Yeast. This is a 2-pound package, and it's great to buy in bulk. You can just leave it in your freezer and it will last for years like that, even past the expiration date. So that's what I like to do. It's definitely the most economical way to buy your yeast, and you just have it forever. Remember back in 2020 when nobody could find any yeast? Buy it in bulk, store it in your freezer, and you won't ever have that problem again. I have about 10 of these in my freezer right now, and they're gonna last forever. Okay, so I want 1 teaspoon of yeast, and I'm just gonna pour it right on in there. You can make a little well if you want to with your finger and pour your yeast into that well, but you don't need to. We're gonna get this bread going right now, and it's all gonna mix up. It's gonna work great. Now that I have all of my ingredients in my bread machine loaf pan, I'm gonna go ahead and throw this into my bread machine. Now today, I'm gonna let my bread machine do all the work. I'm gonna let it knead, mix, rise, bake, all in my bread machine. Now there's another way you can use your bread machine. You can use the dough cycle of your bread machine and let it mix, knead, and rise, and then you take it out, you punch it down, you shape it into a loaf, and you throw it in your oven to bake. That's another great way to use your bread machine, and this recipe turns out fantastically like that. I have some videos that I've made on using the dough cycle of your bread machine that just lays it out really simply. It's a great way to make your bread. I really kind of prefer my bread baked in the oven because I just like the loaf. I like the traditional look of it. I like that there's no holes in the bottom of the loaf and your crust is a little bit softer. But this recipe also turns out great, totally made in the bread machine. And so we're doing things the simple way today. I'm gonna let the bread machine do all the work. But I will link that video if in case you want to check that out. I'm just gonna use the basic white cycle for this bread. That's all you need. That's usually the first one selected on your bread machine. Now, if you have a bread machine that you have to choose if you're making a 2-pound loaf, a 1.5-pound loaf, or a 1-pound loaf, go ahead and do that now. If you're making it just like I did, then this is a 1.5-pound loaf, but I'll also leave the recipes down below for the 2-pound loaf and the 1-pound loaf. But my bread machine doesn't have that, so I'm just gonna choose a basic cycle and press start. This loaf of bread is gonna take about 3 hours to be totally done. All the bread machines I've ever used take about 3 hours, but I do hear some take a little bit longer than that. But it should be about 3 hours, just your basic white cycle. Now, this is the really important part of using your bread machine. In just a few minutes, I'm gonna check on my ball of dough. You hear that you can just throw all your ingredients into the bread machine and shut the door and leave it, and your bread is just magically gonna turn out great. That's not true. In a few minutes, I'm gonna check on this ball of dough, make sure that it's not too wet and not too dry, and make sure all of the flour and everything is incorporated into my ball of dough. If you don't do that, you might not end up with a good loaf of bread. If it's too wet, it can collapse. If it's too dry, it's never gonna come together. It's gonna be really dense and crumbly. So I'll show you what to look for. I'll show you exactly what your ball of dough should look like in just a few minutes. I'd say let your ball of dough knead for about 5 to 8 minutes and then check on it. Okay, it's been about 7 minutes and I'm checking on my ball of dough. Now you can see why this is important. I'm gonna go ahead and take a rubber spatula and kind of get all of these extra ingredients that aren't incorporating into my ball of dough. I'm gonna get them off the sides and let them mix up really well. If you don't do this, you might get a baked loaf of bread that has some white uncooked flour on the side, and that is just gross. So be sure you do this. Now, the next thing I'm looking for is my ball of dough. Look at that. It's looking really good. Touch it. If it's tacky but not too sticky, then it's perfect. You can see that this ball of dough isn't sticking to the sides or to the bottom of the loaf pan. If it was, then that would mean that it's too wet. And if it's too wet, then go ahead and add about 1/8 cup more of flour. Let it mix up for a few minutes and then look at it again. If it's still too wet, add another 1/8 cup of flour. If it looks like this, then it's looking really good. I know that it's smooth like this. That means it's not too dry. If it wasn't coming together in a nice smooth ball of dough, then I know that I should probably add a little bit more water. So I would add about a tablespoon more of water, give it a few minutes to mix up, and then check it again. If it's looking like this, it's perfect. If it's still looking dry and crumbly, add another tablespoon of water until it looks just like this. Now that I've checked on my ball of dough, then I can confidently shut the door of my bread machine, and in a few hours, I'm gonna have a gorgeous loaf of bread. Our bread is ready. This is our loaf of the best beginner white bread recipe, and it is done. Now, truthfully, I put this bread in the bread machine about 5 hours ago, and so it's been sitting in the bread machine totally ready for me to get out for about 2 hours. But that is the beauty of the bread machine. You can just throw all your ingredients in the bread machine, give it a few minutes, make sure your ball of dough looks good, and then it's gonna magically make you a beautiful loaf of bread. So it's been a busy day and I've been running around and I have homemade bread to come home to. That is fantastic. Okay, so let's go ahead and get it out of the loaf pan. Now I do recommend if you're home and your bread machine is done, go ahead and get your bread out of the loaf pan. I just like the crust better like that when I get it out right away, but this is gonna be fantastic. So this is what I do. I turn it out from the loaf pan. Oh, look how good that looks. Doesn't that look good? I get it out of the loaf pan and I like to rub the crust with butter. So I have my little melting pot again and I'm just gonna brush this crust with butter. Now if you just have a whole stick of butter and your bread is nice and warm, just use that stick and just brush it all over the crust. That'll just give you this really pretty shine. It's gonna give you that really fantastic buttery flavor to your bread, and it'll also give you a softer crust, which I really like. All right, so that looks good. Now, you can put this bread on a cooling rack if you want to. That'll give you a good crunchier crust, but I really like soft crust. So I like to wrap my bread in a tea towel. And then that condensation and the warmth is gonna give you really nice soft crust. So I'm gonna let this just cool just for a few minutes because it is really hot. Because if you let your bread cool a little bit, and then you slice it, you'll get a better texture, a better crumb from your bread. But let's be honest, I can smell this bread, it smells fantastic, and I am just about ready to cut into it. But I'm just gonna give it a few minutes, and then I'm gonna cut into it, and we'll check out the inside. All right, so I've only given my bread a few minutes to cool off, but I really just wanna cut into this bread and eat some, because it smells so good. And who can resist nice, hot, homemade bread? I can't. So I want to be sure that you can see this really well. Let's go ahead and cut into this bread. Look at that. Doesn't that look so good? What a nice crumb on this bread. This is gonna make the best sandwich bread. This is gonna be great for toast in the morning. Oh, so yummy. You can make really good French toast out of this too. Now, when you make your bread in the bread machine, you have a little bit thicker crust than if you make it in the oven. So if you want to try to make the same recipe using the dough cycle and baking it in the oven, I'll definitely link that video too. But this is some fantastic bread. Oh, and it smells so good. I wish that y'all could smell this. Now I'm gonna leave the recipe for this easy beginner bread machine recipe bread down in the description. There'll be a link you can print off this recipe. If you wouldn't mind sharing this with your friends and family, I would appreciate it. Thank you so much for being here with me on Robyn on the Farm. I will see you next time.
Robyn's in the kitchen, dough beneath her hands, wheat from the fields and eggs from her land. Sunlight through the window, a warm golden glow. She's working hard to make that dough.